What is up, guys? And if you guys want to win top lane no matter what by just playing Maokai, stay tuned and watch to the end of this video. Okay guys, here are the runes for Maokai top. I will say that you could go Aftershock if you want, but Gasp Without Dying is what I prefer as a top lane Maokai. Demolish, Bone Plating, you can switch this out with Conditioning or Second Wind depending on the matchup you're going against. If your matchup does uses a lot of abilities to trade with you, go Bone Plating. If you plan on being just a super tank, go Conditioning. Overgrowth, you want to build some health because it goes good with your passive. Sorcery, Mana Flow Band gives you a little bit more mana. Ascendance, you really want CDR with Maokai because it just makes you more of an annoying champ when you can just W and Q onto somebody every single chance you get and they can't really get away. For support, let's go down here. Aftershock no matter what. I like to go Inspiration Tree second just for the sustain with him because you're going to get poked out a lot as a Maokai, and the only healing you get is walking up and using your passive on minions because you also don't have Grasp. So Biscuit Delivery, I like to go the CDR rune. Spawn of Life, I don't like to go Demolish with your ADC. It's a two people in the lane, so you don't have to hit turns that much, but Spawn of Life, it heals your ADC in fights. You're not really worrying about if you're dying or living in fights, as long as your ADC is getting ahead in lane with Maokai. Bone Plating, really good. You can also go Conditioning, but it's whatever right here. Overgrowth, I wouldn't really use Overgrowth. I would use probably Revitalize. Revitalize would be really good on him. And you always want to take double armor or double magic resist with attack speed. Okay, so here's the rundown on Maokai. Okay, he is a very difficult champion to kill if he gets a little ahead due to the amount of healing he has in his kit. Okay, so right now I have Grasp on him, which is really good. I like to take Grasp on the top lane if I'm going support. I'm definitely going to take Aftershock. I think that's what it's called. You can take Aftershock in certain matchups top, but I think top lane you definitely want Grasp. Okay, let's start off. Let you know his passive. So every 20 seconds, if he autos attack a champion, he regains 13%. See, is it missing health? No, of his max health, guys. So it doesn't matter how low he is. What's this will do more damage to me so I can sell you. But just watch. Boom. His passive is up. Boom. Full health. And that's basically the thing that makes Maokai OP, other than the fact that he's full of all point and click CC. So he's a really good engager, team fighter, and all of that. Like, he can honestly split teams apart, especially with his ult. His Q is basically, it is a knockup. It goes good with a Yasuo combo, so if you want to play support and have a Yasuo ADC, it really works well. So basically his Q scales off of AP. You really don't build AP with Maokai. I mean, you can, but it's not ideal. And see there, I W Q'd, so his W point click CC just runs into him. It procs an auto, so gets onto him, procs an auto, Q. Boom. That's the main piece of his combo. Now, the really like win lane with Maokai, you have to use this. So his E is a sapling toss. His sapling toss, basically, if you put it in the brush, it does more damage to somebody. So I'm gonna put a guy right there. You see, it did 410, and it's AOE too. So yeah, so it basically doubles the damage if you put it in the brush and they walk to it. So an enemy, they'll be like, oh, it's Maokai, he probably has his all brushed up, warded up, so I'm just gonna play around that, play at the edge of that range of it. So what you want to do is, for his full combo, so brush is in there, you see he's out of range, you want to W, Q, boom, get him in range and back up. And make sure when you W, auto, and then move to the opposite direction that you want him to go to. So if you want him to go in that bush, you would step over here to Q him. Alright, so here's a really big tip. When you're playing support, this is how you want to play him support. You basically play him as a poke slash full-on engager. So here's my teammate, say minion wave is in here. Say we have minion advantage. This is really good. So any chance you get, you really just want to throw your E out. You're basically going to be playing behind your ADC the whole time, playing it slow. You really can't do much till level 3 because you start your E first, and all you want to do is throw E's in here. If you start bot lane, what you really want to do is you want to leave the leash early and just go ahead, throw E's here. You fix these cooldowns, throw an E there, or if you're starting from blue side, you just want to get this full of E's, get tri-bush full of E's. Now this is basically how you win lane with Maokai support. Is one obvious thing that you do and you keep doing, and especially in low elo, they really don't catch on when you're going in. So you just play back. You mainly just want to be a little bush camper the whole time. Wait for them to get on you. W, boom. Now, what you guys may not see what I just did there was, yeah, I Q'd W, but I Q'd, got in between them. I W'd, I Q'd, I W'd, I got in between them, then I Q'd. So I knocked their support backwards, and then for at least a good second is basically 1v2, 2v1 right here. And their ADC is not really going to play it smart. They're not going to kite or auto or do anything. They're just going to run back. So you're just going to keep chasing them, and then when you finally when your W gets back up, Q back on them, boom. If you have ult, I'm gonna show you a really good combo. Boom. So this is really his full combo at 6. Actually, put that there. Put that a little closer. So get me a little bit of mana. W, get behind him, Q, and you want to ult going that way. So you run an ult where he's going to retreat at. So you're really zoning your support off of your ADC. And with your ult, because it just starts up, it kind of it roots the ADC for like 0.5 seconds. But if your support gets hit by it, he's rooted for at least a good 2 seconds. So you're really 2-on-1 on the ADC for about a good 3 seconds that whole fight, because with the stun and the Q, he really can't do much. He can't auto. And you really want to be on point. Like if you want to duo bot lane, I really wouldn't suggest going solo bot lane, especially as a support. But if you duo bot lane, really let your ADC know when you're about to go in. So if you ever play with if you're ADC, you ever play with a Maokai support, he's going in anytime he sees the support behind the ADC, because he knows he can split both of those defenders and get them away from each other. Alright guys, here's a really easy itemization guide for Maokai. You basically build the counter. So if you're top lane, say you want to ban Darius first of all, because Darius totally counters you. You can't fight Darius as a Maokai. So say you're going up against an AD top laner, so Garen. Your first thing you want to build is Sunfire Cape. No matter what, Sunfire Cape. Not Deadman's, not any other armor, Sunfire Cape. If you're going against a AP top laner, such as Vladimir, or there's a Rise top for some freaking reason, Spirit Visage. Okay, now listen, so say it's an AD top laner, but they got an AP mid laner. You want to go Sunfire Cape, don't keep building armor, build Spirit Visage. Spirit Visage should always be your first or second item in the game, not counting boots. But you can basically go anything with boots. You can go tabbies. Cooldown boots are really good. I wouldn't really suggest Mobies because you have so much CC in your kit, you really don't need the Mobies. And Merc Treads. So you don't always have to build Sunfire Cape, but due to the new update, it does do a lot of damage. So if you're going against AP top laners, go Spirit Visage. If mid's also AP and the jungler is also AP, and like the only AD champion is the ADC, you don't have to build that next, just go straight into Adaptive Helm, and you could probably build a Sunfire after that just for the ADC, depending if he's popping off. One good thing to always build, so let's see. These are the items we have right now. Deadman's Plate's really good, especially if they have a lot of armor, because it gives you plus 425 health, so it gives you more health on your passive. Warmogs is pretty good, especially if you were fed and you build Warmogs, you basically win the game right there, especially if you already have your Spirit Visage. I recently tried Righteous Glory. It's really good. It's mainly just for the movement speed. So if your team is really winning every single fight, Righteous Glory is really good because that means you can just run in and just hop on somebody and just spread the whole team apart, and then you press your alt. So if they really want to fight you, if your team really wants to fight, get Righteous Glory. And I would say that's probably about it to his build. So if their ADC's popping off, get Randuin's, especially if they have a lot of crit. But I really would suggest building health items like Warmogs and Thornmail if you need it. But armor / health items are basically what you want to build when you want to get armor. You don't want to just build a regular armor item like, yeah, like Zonia's or something. Like, that's just worthless. Like, you don't want to get Iceborne Gauntlet. It really does not help Maokai at all. He really doesn't need the mana. I mean, the 20% cooldown reduction is cool, but you're going to get that from your other items.